Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, welcome to our video presentation. Here we are from group 1. We would like to presentation about cross-cultural communication. The subject is in Office English 2 that teach by Miss Susan Febriantina. So in this video, there are 4 purposes that we can take the advantage from it. First is know the meaning of cross-cultural communication. Second is knowing the relationship between communication and culture. Third is know the purpose of studying cross-cultural communication. Fourth is knowing the barriers that occur in cross-cultural communication. But before we going to talk about cross-cultural communication further, let me introduce our members. We are from group 1. There are me, Farintaya Samaretna, and my friends Fitria Nuraini, then Muhammad Khalil Gibran, Rizky Amelia Renjani, Seviana Nurlelita, and Swantini. We are from Office Administration Education Class B, Faculty of Economics, Universitas Negeri Jakarta. Before we start our presentation, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share our video. So let's start the presentation. Said before, our presentation gonna talk about cross-cultural communication. What do you think about communication? Communication is a basic activity that cannot be separated from humans because by communicating, humans can interact with each other. In reality, human communication always contains elements of cultural differences. Culture is defined as order of knowledge, experience, beliefs, values, attitudes, and meaning that are passed down from generation to generation to individuals or groups. Communication is needed to get to know one culture with another because with communication people can understand cross-cultural differences. Communication and culture have a reciprocal relationship. Culture become part of communication behavior and vice versa. So cross-cultural communication become a necessity for all people to establish good relationship, especially for those who have cultural differences. So here there are discussion material. First, definition of cross-cultural communication. Second, communication and culture relationship. Third, the purpose of studying cross-cultural communication. And the last, intercultural communication barriers. The first, there is a definition of culture from Triandis. Culture is a subjective and objective and man-made element that in the past increased the probability of survival and result in the satisfaction of actors in a ecological nest, and thus spread among groups of people who could communicate with each other because they share a common language and live in the time and space, the same place.
Definition of cultural according to Little John and Domenici. Culture as a set of fundamental ideas, exercise, and experience from a group of people that are symbolically passed down of generation to generation through a learning process. Culture consists of a set of beliefs, norms, and attitudes that are used to guide behavior and solve human problems, and to speak among group of people who can communicate with each other because they have the same language and live in the same time and place. Besides on definition above, it can be concluded that culture is a learning process from generation to generation that contains the values of a group's life that has many features, where the basic function of important core of culture is a few and that aims to make life easier by teaching people how to adapt to their environment. A more detailed explanation of the function of culture is explained by Sewell. Culture exists to serve the vital and practical needs of human beings, to shape society as well as to nurture species, pass on valuable knowledge and experience to the next generation, to save the cost and dangers of the learning process of small error during the trial and error process until a fatal error. Next, the main mission. Culture as a set of fundamental ideas, practice, and experience from a group of people which are symbolically passed down from generation to generation through a learning process. Culture consists of a set of beliefs, norms, and attitudes that are used to guide behavior and solve human problems, and thus spread among group of people who can communicate with each other because they have the same language and live in the same time and place. Way of life that continues to develop by a group of people and is passed down to the next generation. And next, Mike Daniel. Culture consists of countless elements, but there are 5 important things that are directly related, namely history, religion, values, social organization, and language. These 5 elements will be briefly explained one by one in the following. All cultures believe that history is a diagram that provides clues about how to live in the present. Samafart, Porter, and McDaniel explain the culture consists of countless elements, but there are 5 important things that are directly related, namely history, religion, values, social organization, and language. These 5 elements will be briefly explained by one below. All cultures believe that history is a diagram that provides clues about how a life in the present. The interesting thing about cultural history is that many of the most important elements of culture are passed on from generation to generation and refers the view of a culture. History highlights the origin of a culture, tells its members what is considered important, and identifies the achievements of a culture to the proud of. Culture is pattern or way of life that continues to develop by a group of people and is passed down to the next generation. Definition of cross-cultural communication.
Hello, I'm Sofiana. We'll explain the next material. Before that, I will briefly explain about communication. Communication in short can be interpreted as the process of delivering message from one party to another. The process of exchanging message can be said to be one of the important factors in human life. In the past, humans only communicated with their surroundings and geographically. Communication was very close, but along with the progress of the times, various kinds of technology have emerged. These have resulted in humans no longer only communicating with their neighbors but also being able to communicate with humans from other communities in the world. This process is called cross-cultural communication. The definition of cross-cultural communication is process of transferring ideas from two or more cultures which result in the development of a culture and the destruction of a culture or the birth of culture, acculturation. Of course, differences in society mean difference in culture which when examined more deeply mean differences in ways of behaving, difference in views, difference in belief system, and so on. This is the core of the study of cross-cultural communication science. A brief reason why we should study the science of cross-cultural communication is because in order to avoid misunderstandings on one side which can eventually lead to conflict. The following is the definition of cross-cultural according to experts. According to Samovar, Porter, and McDaniel, explain that cross-cultural or intercultural communication occurs when members of one culture give message to members of other cultures. More precisely, intercultural communication involves interaction between people whose cultural perception and symbol system are quite different in a communication. According to Martin and Nakayama, describe culture as a pattern of behaviors and attitudes that are learned and shared by a group of people. Meanwhile, communication is a symbolic process by which reality is produced, maintained, improved, and transformed. Based on two definitions according to experts, it can be conclude the relationship between communication and culture is very complex and complicated. Culture influences communication and is formalized and reinforced through communication. Communication can also be a way of combating and rejecting the dominant culture. It can be seen that the relationship between communication and culture is very close and strong. So, it is important to understand by study cross-cultural communication, especially in the might of the demands of the times they are developing with globalization and technology. Indonesia itself is a multicultural country that has many tribes and cultures. For the next material will be discussion by my friend.
Next topic of discussion is communication and culture relationship. The purpose of studying cross-cultural communication. Different cultures have different value system and therefore contribute to different goals in life. Also determine the way we communicate, which is strongly influenced by the language, rules, and norms that exist in each culture. So that actually in every communication activity we have with other people, there is always the potential for cross-cultural or intercultural communication because we will always be in a culture that is different from other people, no matter how small the difference. Difference in cultural expression can pose a fatal risk. Athletes will cause communication that is not smooth, feel uncomfortable, or erase. From this encounters, we often encounter various incidents that rival interactions today in the form of conflict. They have an impact on inter-ethnic or inter-ethnic impacts. As one way or to avoid misunderstanding due to cultural difference is to understand or at least know the language and cultural behavior of others. Know the principles of cross-cultural communication and practice them in communicating with others. The need to study cross-cultural communication is increasingly because of the opening up of our association with people from various different cultures. In addition to the condition of the Indonesian nation, which is very diverse with various races, ethnicities, religion, regional backgrounds, rural or urban background, education background, and so on. The purpose of studying cross-cultural communication. To detail reason and objective of studying cross-cultural communication. According to Livin Mayana, mention several reasons including the following. First, the world is shrinking and the capacity to understand cultural diversity is needed. Second, all cultures are functional and important to the expression of members of that culture even if their values differ. Third, the values of each society are as good as the value of other communities. Fourth, every individual and our culture has the right to use their own values. Next topic of discussion is the purpose of studying cross-cultural communication. The next topic of discussion is communication and cultural relationship. According to the Bigfoot, every society will have its own communication system, so by itself for the sake of survival, every society concept its culture. Language is the action of communication as well as opening reality for humans. Then with communication, humans shape society and culture. So that language indirectly helps shape culture in humans. Culture includes all things that are shaped by a society. A culture contains all the patterns of habits of a society, such as in the fields of economy, religion, law, art, economic system, knowledge, belief, and so on. Culture means a lot to society and the individuals in it because culture teach humans to always live in harmony with nature while providing guidance to interact with each other. Culture and religion are two things that cannot be separated. Sometimes culture reflects the way of perceived in the beliefs held by humans. Of the many uses of culture, anthropologists believe the language play a major role in the development of human culture because language is the main vehicle for transmitting custom from one generation to another. The human ability to talk, cultural tradition, create an understanding of reality the expression symbolically, and pass it on to future generation. Is highly dependent on language. Through the exam, it can be shown how to be relationship between language, culture, and communication and socio-cultural life is. According to Swarno, language left in communication to create filter. The filter itself will ultimately determine the communication system and what form of language is appropriate for it. After export examined the relationship between language and communication of language and culture, starting about an approach involves language, communication, and culture simultaneously, considering that the three are very closely related. The relationship between communication and culture is conceptually concentrated on the relationship between verbal and non-verbal processing between social groups in society. So, communication intercultural generally studies several things including words, codes, and channels, include ways of speaking, communication verbal, theory and research, international communication techniques, language and politics, visual culture, and analysis of communication, and cultural research. Second, cultural practice, example, rhetoric and society, politic culture. The purpose of studying cross-cultural communication. Different cultures have different value system and therefore contribute to different goals in life. Also determine the way we communicate, which is strongly influenced by the language, rules, and norms that exist in each culture. So that actually in every communication activity we have with other people, there is always the potential for cross-cultural or intercultural communication, because we will always be in a culture that is different from other people, no matter how small the difference. Difference in cultural expression can pose a fatal risk. Athletes will cause communication that is not smooth, feel uncomfortable, or erase. From these encounters, we often encounter various incidents that befall Catherines today in the form of conflict. They have an impact on inter-ethnic or inter-ethnic impacts. As one way or to avoid misunderstanding due to cultural difference is to understand or at least know the language and cultural behavior of others. Know the principles of cross-cultural communication and practice them in communicating with others. The need to study cross-cultural communication is increasing because of the opening up of our association with people from various different cultures. In addition to the condition of the Indonesian nation, which is very diverse with various races, ethnicities, religion, regional backgrounds, rural or urban background, education background, and so on. The purpose of studying cross-cultural communication. To detail reason and objective of studying cross-cultural communication. According to Livin in Moyana, mention several reasons including the following. First, the world is shrinking and the capacity to understand cultural diversity is needed. Second, all cultures are functional and important to the expression of members of that culture even if their values differ. Third, the values of each society.
Number 5. Individual differences are important, but there are underlying cultural assumptions and patterns that apply. Number 6. Understanding one's own cultural value is a prerequisite for identifying and understanding other cultural value. Number 7. By overcoming cultural barriers to relating to other, we gain understanding and appreciation for human needs, aspiration, feeling, and problems. Number 8. Intercultural and interpersonal understanding of others is an endeavor that requires courage and sensitivity. The more threatening that person's worldview is to ours, the more we have to learn from him, but the more dangerous it is to understand him. Number 9. Intercultural experience can be fun and personal. Number 10. The communicate skill acquired make it easier for a person to move from a monocultural view of human interaction to a multicultural view. 11. Cultural difference signal the need for attention in communication, but they are not arbitrary or easy. Intercultural communication situations are neither static nor stereotypical. Therefore, a communicator cannot be trained to handle situations. In this context, his sensitivity, knowledge, and skill can be him ready to participate in creating an effective and mutually satisfying communication environment. While regarding the purpose of studying cross-cultural communication, Litvin and Mulyana 2005 described that the goals are cognitive and affective, namely to 1. Realizing that you can have your own cultural. 2. More cultural sensitive. 3. Gain the capacity to truly agree with members of other culture to create lasting and satisfying relationship with that person. 4. Stimulate a greater understanding of one's own culture. 5. Broaden and deepen one's experience. 6. Learn communication skills that enable a person to accept his or her own style and context. 7. Help understand culture as that which generates and maintains a universe of discourse and meaning for its member. 8. It helps to understand intercultural context as a way of gaining insight to one's own culture, its assumption, value, freedom, and limitation. 9. Help understand the models, concept, and application of the field of cross-cultural communication. 10. Help realize that different value systems can be systematically studied, compared, and understood. Suryandari, 1981. Purpose of cross-cultural communication. As with the purpose communication in general, in cross-cultural communication also has several main goals, namely to change the attitude, to change the opinion, to change the word, to change society. Because a communicator cannot be trained to handle situations in this context, his sensitivity, knowledge, and skill can make him ready to participate in creating an effective and mutually satisfying communication environment. That's why cross-cultural communication is so important for a person to help find out what they never knew. Because without knowledge of cross-cultural communication, a person is very difficult to interact and work together to understand what the desires and goals of others are.
The next chapter part, intercultural communication barrier. Communication barriers are anything that becomes a barrier to effective communication. An example of a barrier to intercultural communication is the case of a head nod, where in the United States, a nod means that the person understands, while in Japan, nod does mean someone agree, but only means that the person is listening. Barriers to intercultural communication take the form of an iceberg submerged in water, where the existing communication barriers are divided into two: above the water or above waterline and underwater or below waterline. The types of barriers of this kind are perception, norms, stereotype, business philosophy, rules, networks, values, and subcultural groups. Referring to Kenny and Martin, 2004, page 11 to 12, there are 9 types of barriers to communication between cultures that are above the water or above waterline. These obstacles are physical, cultural, perception, motivation, experience, emotion, language, nonverbal, and competition. Physical comes from barriers of time, environment, self-needs, and also physical media. Culture, these barriers come from different ethnics, religion, and also social difference that exist between one culture and another. Perception, this obstacle arises because everyone has a different perception of something. So interpret something, every culture will have different thought. Motivation, this obstacle is related to the level of motivation of the listener, meaning that the listener who receives the message wants to receive the message, or whether the listener is lazy and has no motivation so that it can become a communication barrier. Experience, the type of obstacle that occurs because each individual does not have the same life experience, so that each individual has different perception and concept in seeing things. Emotion, these barriers are related to the emotion or personal feeling of the listener. If the listener's emotions are bad, the communication barrier that occurs will be even greater and difficult to pass. Language, these communications barriers occurs when the sender and recipients the message use different language or use words that are not understood by the recipient of the message. Nonverbal, namely communication barriers that are not in the form of words, but can be a communication barrier. An example is the angry face, made by the recipient of the message or receiver when the sender of the message or sender communicates. The angry face that is made can be an obstacle to communication because it is possible that the sender of the message will feel not optimal or be afraid to send a message to the recipient of the message. Competition, Competition, this obstacle arises when the recipient of the message is doing other activities while listening. An example, receiving a cellular phone while driving, because doing two activities at once. The recipient of the message will not listen to message conveyed through his cell phone to the fullest.
The conclusion is Indonesia is one of the multicultural countries in the world. As the consequence, Indonesia's responsibility to preserve its culture. More than that, Indonesia also has responsibility to embed mutual respect among these cultures. Not only mutual respect among local cultures, but also mutual respect for the cultures of other nations. The way to embed mutual respect among different cultures should be implement since clear age. Children age in the basic period to build human character. Social science is the study of society and manner of how people behave and influence other people. Have power to build its mutual respect, but the problems is that the intentions to plan mutual respect often fall short with teachers have inadequate knowledge about cultures, the target of the cultures, and the way to integrate culture in primary school education. Culture is consists of patterns, explicit and implicit, of and for behavior acquired and transmitted by symbols, constituting and the distinctive achievement of human groups. The elements of the cultures consist of artifacts, stories, histories, myths, legends, jokes, ritual, rites, ceremony, celebration, heroes, symbol, and symbolic action, beliefs, assumption, and mental models, attitudes, rules, norms, ethical codes, and then values. Meanwhile, the definition of cross culture generally refers to comparing phenomena across culture.
So, that is presentation from Group 1. Thank you for watching this video and don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment down below.
Ya Pak. Ya Pak Dani, silakan.
I want to bring you the proposal about our development of our factory.
Yeah, which we discussed in the last board meeting.
Yes.
Yeah. So I have to take it up to the shareholders for this. Oh, too much capex you are suggesting, Pa? Wow.
yes,
50% money has to be spent on capex. Is that all machines not working now?
Our team is already checked it to the factory, and then the machine is a little bit rusty, Mr. Karena komponen gantinya pada
Pa, it is still running 3-shift machine. You cannot just ask me to change everything. Too much capex you are suggesting, Pa. I don't think that I can take this to the shareholder.
Okay, Pak.
When I'm talking to you, look at me.
Okay, Pak.
Okay, I'll wait till tomorrow lunchtime.
Okay, Pak.
Before Solat, you should come and we should see this proposal.
Yes, Pak.
I have to send it to head office tomorrow.
Yes, Pak. Okay, Pak. I will fix it.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Pak.
It's not good, yeah?
Ya, Pak. Thank you, Pak.
Yeah, Pak Dani, your report is ready now?
Yes, I already fixed the newest proposal about our development.
Yeah. Saya coba dulu ya.
Yes, okay.
Maaf ya, Pa. This is worse. What are you doing? I told you, I guided you that how to make this proposal. You put up, this is worse than this. Why your machinery cost suddenly going down? This is even worse than the last time. I can't trust you now, Pa. I've given you 2 times and every time your reports are not as per my expectation. It's better that I prepare myself. Look at me, huh? Why are you looking at this here and there? Anyway, thank you so much. I can't take this forward. Please send me the soft copy so that I can work out. Very bad. Send me the soft copy, please. Thank you.
Jadi gitu ceritanya, Pak. Saya bingung, Pak. Padahal saya sudah bekerja sebaik mungkin, Pak. Tapi tetap aja ada aja masalahnya, Pak.
Begini, Dani. Sebenarnya kamu tuh tidak salah. Namun, kamu harus tahu ada perbedaan nilai dan budaya dalam berkomunikasi. Terutama di perusahaan multinasional seperti kita ini.
First time when Rudy came, he presented his proposal. I liked it because whatever he wants to do, he was there. But with the time passage, when I asking question, he was not able to answer me. And I was directly questioning him, looking at his eyes. He was looking at somewhere else. So I asked him to make it better. Next time he came back, it is not better, it is worse.
In Indonesian culture, it is true. Melihat mata orang yang dituakan pada saat menjelaskan itu not polite.
Saya jadi panik, Pak, kalau dipojokin gitu, Pak. Apalagi disuruh lihat matanya, Pak. Nanti kalau kita lihat matanya, dianggapnya malah nggak sopan, Pak.
Seperti kasus kamu. Bukan berarti Mr. Jarjit itu galak. Namun beliau tipenya itu straightforward. Dan bila dijelaskan, ingin matanya dilihat. Bahkan Mr. Jarjit mengatakan kepada saya, proposal pertama Dani itu bagus loh. Namun beliau tetap memberikan pertanyaan, ingin tahu seberapa besar Dani menguasai proposal Dani. So I explain this to Dani. Mungkin bisa ke depannya, pada saat Anda bertanya ke Dani itu lebih pelan-pelan, sehingga dia lebih menjelaskan dengan lebih baik. Dan pada saat menchallenge, jangan memojokkan Dani. So I think it's just a frictional of culture, and it is understandable. But the most important thing, we need to respect and adapt to each other culture.